so happy to be hosting this. Thank you for having me, Erica. This is a fundraiser. This has been a series of fundraisers for the Monmouth Museum. Museums, remember them? Oh, learning. Oh, art. I miss it. When will it come back? Can't wait. Erica's already raised $9,000, almost $9,000 for the museum. So keep doing these, keep signing up for the next one. And our sponsors, let's take a message from our sponsors. Ocean First, Fleischner Potash. Is that how I say that? Sounds French. Okay. Adithia and Buy Right Liquor. So thanks for having us. The next one is Mark Weiss's exhibit. Yeah. So that'll be so fun. Mark Weiss is in the chat. Mark, do you want to chat with us?
Sure. That's why I'm here. I'm here to, say hi to everybody and Monmouth Museum, it's my great new hangout. I'm doing, I don't know if anyone knows, but I'm a photographer. I've shot actually Gabby's father when he was a kid in his early 20s. And I didn't even know it was you that was in the picture when I got it until Erica told me. So I was really excited. I said, okay, that's going to be fun now.
Look closely, have the same face.
Yeah. So I toured with Bon Jovi. I shot John when he was 18 years old over at Freehold Raceway when he opened up for Southside Johnny. He was in a band called The Rest. Then they played The Garden a few years later, opening up for ZZ Top. I was ZZ Top's photographer. And they were this new band that they just won this contest in Long Island for Runaway. So I shot them. I still didn't know who they were. But then 2 years later, Doc McGee, who was managing Motley Crue, asked me to shoot this new band. They're from Jersey. They're actually from where you live, kind of, because I was brought up in Old Bridge, and Sayreville is probably like 5-10 minutes away. So when I got back to New York, I did my first shoot with Bon Jovi for the Fahrenheit record, 1985, in New York in my studio. And we became friends instantly, everyone was great. David, your dad, was like the goofball, so we really hit it off because I'm kind of like that, and I'm Jewish too, and so we kind of, we just have, quirky personalities, kind of say. And then a year later, I did Slippery When Wet. I went to Vancouver, went on a world tour with them, blah, 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 then Blaze of Glory. And anyway, 35, 40 years later, we're still here doing what we love to do. And I want to thank everyone for giving me my little gift here. I want to open it up because I hear there's something special in it. So let's see. Let's see what we got. I hear I got a special one. Let's see what we got here.
Self-control of not opening until now.
Hey,
spectacular.
This is your Slippery When Wet.
Oh my eye!
Now, a story behind this is actually one of the album cover was going to be Slippery When Wet with this on the album. It got banned because Walmart was afraid they weren't going to sell pictures or albums, and that got banned, and it turned into the other one. But I shot a bunch of girls in this for that cover, and this is one of the ones that we didn't cut up. So that's going to actually be in the Monmouth Museum when we have it in September at some point. It was supposed to be the week of June 2nd, the week of my the release of my book, The Decade That Rocked. And unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we had to put it off, and we're hoping to get it on in September, hopefully. Waiting for some books. I have a book called The Decade That Rocked, and it's going to be kind of like a multimedia event. It's going to be a real museum. Aside from photographs, it's going to be my gold records, my tour jackets. I have my Bon Jovi tour jacket from when we went to Japan in 1990. I have artifacts like the Slippery When Wet shirt. I have Motley Crue photos, gangster outfits from when I shot them as gangsters. So it's going to be kind of interactive. Going to have magazines. Going to have my posters. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be fun. It's also going to have my first dark room that I had in the back of my parents' house. So it's going to have I'm going to have it set up so everyone knows like what we used to do back in the day. Going to have slides, a light box. It's going to be a multimedia event, so it's going to be fun. So I'm really excited. So I've been going over to Monmouth Museum like once a week, kind of like checking it out, figuring out what we're going to do, and making it something really special. So before all this, I was going to have like maybe a week to set up. Now I have a whole summer. So I'm happy in that respect. So it's going to be perfect, and it's going to, we're going to bring it to the people in this community, and then hopefully I'll take this and I'll take it across the country and do some keynote speaking and whatnot. So anyway, let's see what else we got in the box. What's it? A Bon Jovi tour book. Oh, there he is. There's the guy in the end. So this was in Japan. This was in Japan we did. Oh, look at, you're talking about the look before? Uh-oh.
Ew.
That's your dad. Well, and what do we have here? Oh, it's my book, The Decade That Rocked. Now, this book took me 5 years to make. It's a narrative. It's about my life, starting in the 70s, mowing lawns and getting my first camera, taking it through the 80s, and ending in 1990 when that decade kind of stopped and things kind of changed because of Nirvana. Love the band, but they kind of killed the 80s vibe. So anyway, this is a 6-pound, 1-ounce book, 500, almost 500 pages, and over 700 photographs. So listen, if anyone, I sell this on my site. Amazon sold out. I kept a handful, and I'm not getting them until September. We're on the second pressing already. It's doing really, really well. But if anyone that's watching this, they go to my site, thedecadethatrocked.com, and I have photographs on there. I have T-shirts. I have patches. Remember those patches? Those cool patches. I got T-shirts, and the proceeds will go to the Monmouth Museum. So let's, after expenses and whatnot. But so anyone wants to get the book, it's $50, and I sign it. It's a few bucks more, and there's all these different little bundles. There's even like a little Bon Jovi bundle where I have a couple photographs in there. So check it out, thedecadethatrocked.com, and stay tuned to what we got going on. And a special shout out to Jack McWilliams. I think that's his last name, McWilliams. He was my teacher, and I think he's watching. And I bumped into him a couple weeks ago at the first event where we had the sneak peek of the other artist having a show. And I haven't seen him since I went to high school, and it's amazing. We're actually going to get together after 35 years. And he was one of my favorite teachers. I think it was social studies or social science or something like that. So, hey, Jack, nice to, we'll definitely get together. And, everyone just support Monmouth Museum. They do a great job. We have to spread the word, let everyone know what it is, because it's kind of like a hidden gem, It's really kind of a cool place. So we got to tell everybody about it. And it's very safe now. It's so big. We can do social distancing really well, as proven at the first event that they had a couple weeks ago. So that's all I got to say.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Back to you, Gabby.
Oh, thank you. This is the news.
Cheers.
Mark.
Yeah.
That book, I actually saw that book. I think it's on the kitchen counter at home, and I was.
Oh yeah.
And it's incredible.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, your dad. We interviewed your dad for the book, and I sent him one, of course. So yeah. I thought I actually forgot, so I didn't want to say anything, but I'm glad he got it.
Oh, I got it, and I've been looking through it. It's fun to see the clothes on him that are just kind of like in the attic hanging up. What I want to do is go through boxes in my house and kind of pull out weird, psychotic 80s clothing that I could somehow make work. And like, I have seen, are there children in the chat right now? Yes, I have found assless chaps in a box in my basement. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and what do you do when you find your dad's pair of those? You could only.
You put them on.
You put them on, and you wear them as a 26-year-old woman in Brooklyn. I like to say that my dad was a drag queen in the 80s, because it does kind of, when you open the boxes, it tracks. I'm like, is my dad RuPaul?
Your dad, believe it or not, was a very cool dude, and I had a lot of good times with him. In '96, when they did Keep the Faith, we went on this 6-week tour, and I documented it with video and photographs. And we had the best. I'm telling you, me and my friend Mario, we had this character named the Chicken Man, and we had, and you probably asked your dad, and it was probably the best time of our lives. I'd say anyone in the band. Because of my friend Mario and what we did and what we kind of like goofed around. Like, it was so funny. And that it was just an amazing time, 1996. And David was, you know, every time I see him, you got to put a smile on my face. You know, he does.
He's the funniest person on the planet. He actually did, before quarantine, stand up with me in Brooklyn, and he just like murdered, like he was like Richard Pryor. I'm like, who are you, an alien? How are you everything? It's insane.
And how proud are you for pulling off what he, I mean, could you imagine like the odds of like even putting a Broadway play out there? I mean, how proud are you? I mean, and then to do a second one, unfortunately, you know, he didn't get its right doing right now, but he will.
No, it's all good.
Amazing, you know, like it's like
he's such a great moment, kind of to plug Diana the musical. Whenever this opens, whenever the world opens up again, whenever Broadway opens up, go see Diana the musical. Dad wrote a musical, Princess Diana, and so good. And I would more HBO than Broadway, but it is like the best Broadway show I've ever seen. So go if you and thank you, Mark. So good to see you.
You too. Bye, everybody.
Eric reminded me that now Monmouth Museum do virtual galleries, and you could also set an appointment to like visit the museum while social distancing. Is that right, Erica? Yes. So do that. I mean, we're all bored. I feel like we have hobbies. Everyone's garden is like at a 10. Go visit the museum, schedule an appointment.
Yeah, you can get a sneak peek of Mark's exhibit too. So it's a work in progress, which is great because you have this like unique opportunity to kind of see it in the making. And Mark is often at the museum, like he said. So it's kind of cool. You get to walk around and check it out with him. And Gabby, I think you should bring your dad to August, and you guys could go.
We should get some of his clothes to hang up in the museum during the photo, like maybe something that he wore in one of my photos. Maybe we can pull something out. I'll ask him about that.
I will return them to you for a small upcharge. Once again, I am to always charge. But yeah, totally. I'll just we'll work it out. We'll absolutely. And
I got his number too.
Okay. I'll put it in the chat. Everyone can have it. So.
All right. Well, bye everybody, and you know, donate and just spread the word. If you don't have any money to do it because things are tough, just tell people, because it's all about telling people and spreading the word and posting things and just like, you know, doing what you're doing. I mean, everyone that's here believes in what they're doing, so you know, keep on believing.
Absolutely. Yes.
And with that, I say goodbye.
Right.
Cheers.
Cheers. Where are our musicians? Oh, by the way, if you want to talk during this, there is a chat.
All right, you ready?
So introduce Scott and Rochelle Siller. Tell us everything. Wait, tell me about yourselves before we go.
We are Tanglewood. That's the name of our acoustic duo. And occasionally we have a keyboard player with us. But he's not allowed to be near us right now.
No.
So sometimes we do it alone, which is better. Sometimes it's a three-way. But tonight it's just me and Rochelle. And let's kick it off with a Beatles song. And we want to help out the museum, so we're going to start with Help. Are you ready?
Woo!
1, 2, 3. Help! I need somebody help. I can anybody help. You know I need someone help. And I want to show you so much younger than today. And I need anybody help to me. Help me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being around. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? And now my life is changing so many ways. And I am deep seem to panic some days. Every now and then when I feel so insecure, but I speak like never done before. Tell me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being proud. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me? And I was young, so much younger today. Never needed anybody's help in any way. Now I'm out these days gone and I'm not so self-controlled. Got a life, never done before. Tell me if you can, I'm feeling down. And I do appreciate you being proud. Help me get my feet back on the ground. Won't you please help me, help me, help me. Yay!
Woo! Yes, silent claps for them. Englewood.